Hello, hello. I hope I am not muted. So, if there's anybody there, please let me know in the comments that you can hear me, and then I'll get started because I hate to talk about all this um, and then I'm not being heard. So, I want to make sure you can hear me and that you can see me. I've got my YouTube up, so I know my video is good, but I just need to know if the sound is good or not. That would be very helpful. All right. And so there's a little bit of a delay. So I'll wait and see if there a comment come in that says they can hear me okay. If you can hear me, yay. Thank you, Dr. Curry. All right, so you can hear me. Perfect. Okay, so then I will go ahead and get started. And this will stay up on YouTube. So I will share the link again on the Principal Planner page and the group and all that stuff. And I'll explain all that later for anybody that's new. All right, so for all of you coming in, my name is Chara Harris. I am the creator, the designer of the Principal Planner, and this is going to be its fourth year. I literally started it when COVID hit and we shut down in like March of 2020 because it gave me time working at home to actually get the planner going. So I have to really stop and think about that. So it's been 4 years. This will be the fourth edition that's coming out as well. So again, I'm Chara Harris. I'm the creator, designer of the Principal Planner. This will be the fourth year that we're doing this. I always try to come live and give a little bit of a preview and kind of explain what's coming up next for things. And so I thank you for all of you that are joining me live. And of course, I thank you for all of you that are joining me on the replay because this will stay up on YouTube and I will share the links on the Principal Planner page and the Principal Planner group as well. So first, I want to start off with saying thank you for those of you that have been a customer with me for 4 years. I mean, you've seen the planner change and go through some different changes. It started off kind of big and then it went to a hard bound, a little bit smaller. And then I went back to a thicker one and with laminated. And we kind of just went back and forth on some things, just trying to get it right or the best way it can go. The inside has always been helpful. Everybody loves how the layout is and things like that. So that is really, really good. All right, so we are going into this planner will be for the 2024-2025 school year. And before I go into what that looks like, I kind of have a list of what I want to talk about. Before I go into that, I do want to give a sincere apology because the last two planners had some issues with them. This current year, the 23-24 planner was supposed to have a laminated cover, and my fulfillment company, printer and fulfillment company did not print them in mass with the laminated cover. And I'm a small business, so I couldn't pay to have a whole nother inventory printed again and pay over with a laminated cover. So I just had to sell it with the regular paper cover, or kind of like, I guess, kind of maybe a cardboard, but it's just not protected. And so my cover has actually fallen off. So I've had to like tape it back on. And so if mine's coming off, then I know someone else is coming off. So I apologize for that. It was supposed to be laminated. I went back through my emails where I gave them all the information and it was supposed to be laminated, and they just did not, they overlooked that when they printed them in mass for my inventory. So that's the first apology, but I still thank you for those of you that have bought it and still using it, because I'm still going to use mine with the cover mangled and taped on there. I'm still going to use it. The second apology I have is for the previous year, which was the 22-23 school year. It came out, it was laminated, everything was nice on the outside, and some of the dates were mixed up or messed up on the month layout. And this was the 23-24. No, 22-23. I'm getting my school years mixed up, but 22-23 edition had the laminated cover, had the pretty silver binding, but some of the numbers on the inside were not printed correctly. And again, I went back over like my PDFs that I send to my printing company, fulfillment company, and they were going to go in to sharpen the text. And so I appreciate they have designers that were going to sharpen the text, but as they went in to sharpen the text, they actually mixed some of the numbers up on the months. And so then they, again, printed them in mass, right, for my inventory, and then the dates were mixed up. So anyone that asked for a refund that year, this was 2 years ago, I gave a refund. some people may have sent theirs back because they were willing to take yours back and put the new pages and re-put the binding. I don't know if anybody did that, but I offered that to everybody to get that done as well. So I just want to apologize for the mishaps that have happened. And I just wanted to explain. I kind of hate saying, well, it's not my fault, but it is kind of my fault because I'm the business owner. But when you do turn something over to another party, you're trusting them to get things right. And that's 2 times that they did not do that for me. So I'm still kind of contemplating if I'm going to use the same printing and fulfillment company. I really like them because it's easy, because they print things and they will hold your inventory and they will ship it out as well. And you all know how busy it is when you are a principal. And I was trying to figure out how would I do the shipping if I was going to do the shipping. So if I had it printed somewhere else and had it shipped to my house and then I ship them out, because that's a possibility too if I want to use another printer. So I'm still thinking about that. I may give them one more third try and really talk to them about the previous mistakes that happened and saying, I'm losing credibility with my customers when dates are wrong and when I ask for laminate cover and you don't print laminate cover. And so because that's what I'm telling y'all you're getting, and then that's not what you're getting, and then I don't have like direct control. So it's been a little wonky, but I want to apologize to those of you that got, this year, everybody, because the planner was supposed to be laminated and it's not. And then the previous year with the dates that were messed up. And I appreciate those of you that 2 years ago used the planner and just was like, hey, I'll use a sticker and put over it. I'll just white out the numbers. I appreciate that. But I also understood everybody that wanted a refund. I gave them a refund on that because I understand this is your money that you're paying for a product that's advertised a certain way, and then it didn't come out that way. So that's what I want to start with just apologies on some of the mishaps that have happened with the planner, and a very, very big thank you for those of you that have stuck with me year after year, even through all the mishaps, because it is a lot running a business, and I'm the only employee right now in my business. It's just me by myself. So I wanted to start off with that and share that and say thank you and apology as well. All right, so on to my next thing on my agenda is the new planner, the one for 24-25. So I think I'm going to revisit one of the planners from the past that was really successful. People really liked it. There weren't any issues with it. I was like, let me just go back. Maybe I was trying to change too much stuff, and that's how I got the mishaps going on. So let me just go back. So this next planner, the inside, the content will be the same. The design may look different because I am outsourcing that. I'm actually hiring somebody to help me design it because I've come to my capacity as a designer. I have the idea up here, but making it look really neat and clean and pretty on paper is very different, I'm going to realize. And so I'm working with a designer to get the pages nice on the inside and everything for that. So I don't have those ready to show yet, but I will do like a little sneak peek when they come in and be like, hey, y'all, this is what it's going to look like. So I am going to change the color of the cover. I know the last 2 years it's been that kind of gray blue. And so I'm going to share my screen so I can kind of show you what I'm going for the cover of what it will look like. And I hope I do this right on here and you can see. Okay, so I have my Canva up. I'm still designing the cover and the outside. It's the inside that I'm working with a designer on. So it's going to be a pretty navy blue and white stripe. And I want the lettering, the 2024, 25, and the principal planner. I want that's going to be like a foil embossed on there. That's what I'm going to get. So to be like a shiny gold and look really pretty. I want it to look very classy and very classic, right? Because we're in a that kind of position. And then that would be the back cover there, and it would have the copyright on there. But I wanted to go for something that a man or a woman could use. So I might make the blue a little darker. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I've got Latrice put a heart, Dr. Curry put love it. Okay, so maybe that blue is okay. I was thinking, should I go a little darker? Because I'm actually on like colorhex.com, and you can look at the RGB for colors, and it had like a whole spectrum of navies and blues, and so I was trying different ones. And so the first one was a little light. I think this one's a good navy because I don't want it to look where it's black and you can't tell what it is. So That's my idea. So I'm hoping this blue looks nice. So hopefully I'll get some more feedback even in the replay of what the navy looks like. Yeah. Yeah. So I want that to be awesome. Thank you. Yay. I've got some good feedback. Yay. So I want that to be like foil embossed, the letters. I also want the corners to be, you can put the little metal corners on there to reinforce the corners. I want that to be gold, and then it'll be the double wire gold, and it'll be hard bound. So you'll have a hard bound one. So let me switch back to just my camera real quick. Okay, so if you've been with me all 4 years, the one right after COVID year, it had the gold. So this is what it will look like. It's going to have the nice gold double, they call it double wire O, and then it'll be hard, but instead of just printed, it'll have the gold embossing on there. And I want the gold on the gold on the corners, because that's where, you know, all your dings and stuff come. So I really want it to look really classy. And so I'm glad I got some good feedback on there. So there's that. And I also am going to do an option. So that'd be one option if you like the spiral bound. But I also want to do an option that will be like a faux leather or a vegan leather that will be this kind of planner, because I know some people like this type and not the spiral. And again, it'll be a nice navy blue, and it'll have the gold like on here, foil embossed, I think that's what it's called. It'll have the gold on there. And it'll be the type that can lay flat. Like this is a different planner that I use for when I go to church. But it can lay flat and you can take notes and stuff. And so I'm gonna offer two. I'm gonna offer they call it kind of like a leather bound, vegan leather bound, and then the gold here. But of course, these are old, so the colors will look totally different. It'll be navy and white. It'll be navy and white. So those would be the two options. You can get a spiral bound, and you can get the leather bound. My dad gave me the idea actually a couple of years ago about the leather bound, because he said some men will probably want more of a solid color and a bound one like that, and ladies may go more for the spiral or vice versa. So I've kind of figure like I have two options of who would want more of a solid color, or if you want more of the stripe, and that's what it looked like. So really excited about the cover. The inside, I'm working with a designer. He's working on it right now. So as soon as I get a sample, I'll be able to show y'all. I'll probably make another short video and drop it into the group and everything about that. And so that is the planner versions that we have coming up. I know this year I had some other items. I had like the little keyboard calendar, and I think I had a checklist. I think those will still be there. Oh, thank you, Latrice. Okay, good. The leather bound idea. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'll tell my dad. I'll be like, you help me out in my business, because I'm gonna actually do that one this time because I've got good feedback. All right, perfect. So this year on the website, I had the planner, but I had like a little keyboard calendar. I had the checklist book, and I think there was a mini planner if you didn't want the really thick one. It didn't have the months in it, but just had like a week notes and then a weekly thing. Then I had a tear off sheet too of just the command center. If you just want to plan your week and then you tear off your sheets, I have that on there. So those will probably stay on there because I think those are print on demand. I'll just change the color of the front to match the rest of the group, and I'll have those on there as well. But the main planner, I wanted to come show y'all what that would look like as well. All right. So one more thing I have on my list to talk about, reflections and growth. One thing I already mentioned is learning how to outsource. And so in this job, when I first made this planner, I was an assistant principal, and that has its own advantages, disadvantages, things to it. But then when you become a next seat as principal, it is very different. And I know everyone on there knows what I'm talking about. And I had to really learn how to delegate and outsource and ask for help, and realize I need to know everything that's happening in my school building, but I don't have to have a hand in there. I have to trust my leadership team. I have to trust that they're going to do what needs to be done for us to meet our vision and our goals for the year, right? And so I was thinking about that in my business, and I was like, I'm realizing that the designing part was getting a little difficult for me because I was using Canva, which is great, but really nice design things have been done by Adobe, Illustrator, and things like this that I have no idea how to use. And so I was like, I'm going to have to outsource that and work with that person, because I have the idea what I want, and I just can't make it look a certain way on paper a lot of the times. And so So I'm outsourcing for that. I'm working with a graphic designer for the interior, to make it look even more sleek and pretty and classy. And then my website, I want to update it as well. And again, that's another thing that I was like, this is beyond my capacity. So I will be most likely working with someone who can update the website too. And I'm really excited about that. I actually found a graphic designer from looking at someone else's website, and I looked down and saw who their graphic designer was, and they'll do like website flyers, your I'm thinking your social media posts, like different graphics for that, and your logos, like they do all of that. So kind of like a whole package. And so I'm hoping I'll be able to work with them. If not, I'll find someone else. But I want everything to look really, really nice. And I start realizing I got to ask for help. And I got to know what my capacity is and when to ask for help and when to accept help at the same time. So it's been, these 4 years have been a learning process just for me as a person, kind of like who I am. And then moving to the seat of actual principal of a middle school has taught me a lot of things too that is spilling over into the business. So it's kind of a vice versa type of things. And so it's been really great. Oh, and I think I get choked up, but I'm getting choked up. And so I'm very happy for all of you that have stayed with me all 4 years through this. This is something I'm really passionate about, planning and organizing things. And so very happy about that. But I wanted to share that with you. So there'll be some updates and some things may look a little different in a little while once I get all things in order. It'll still be the website link will still be the same, but it may look a little different, look more updated, which is what I want as well. So learning how to ask for help, learning how to reach out for help and to delegate, and learning what my capacity is. So it's been a learning process. Those are the only 3 things that I wanted to talk about. That's why I said in my email when I send it out, those of you that have joined from the email. So I'm very, very happy that I have some people on. I'm happy that you like the direction of what the style and design is going to look like for the planner. So that's very very encouraging to me. That's the word I'm looking for. So definitely didn't want to hold you long. Again, this video will stay up. So if you have anyone else that's interested in a planner, you can share this link with them and things like that. So I will ask, is there any questions? Looking at the chat here, I don't see any questions, but if there's any questions you have, you can go ahead and ask me before I hop off, and enjoy the rest of my new year, and you enjoy the rest of your new year. So we'll see if there's any questions in the chat. I'm glad you like the colors and the gold details. Nice. I'm happy about that. And the option of the leather bound one. Yeah, that'll be good too. Will it be available for purchase? I like to always have it ready 3 months before. So it starts in July. It goes July to June. It's the academic. So I like to be around March or April, have it up on the website for pre-order. So while they're printing it and I'm doing all the kind of back and forth with the printer and the edits and getting it right, I want it to have the pre-orders up. So start looking around March. April. If you're on my email list, then you'll get the updates. I'll also update on my Principal Planner page on Facebook, so follow me on Facebook. And if you're in the Principal Planner group, I'll always put updates in there too as well. So it'll be coming sooner. You'll be able to pre-order before it comes out. But I want to get a full like mock-up of what it will look like before I do that. So thank you for asking. Yeah. Any other questions? Yay. All right, Dr. Curry, I'm glad you're on the email list. Yay. That's where also know my updates. And you see, I don't send a lot of emails because I don't have that kind of time. So I know some companies you buy things from and it's like you get an email from them like every week. And I'm like, I can't do that right now. I'll try, but I can't do that. All right, Latrice, thank you for being here. You're welcome for the updates, and Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everybody. All right, so if there's not any more questions, I will hop off, but I can always come back to this video and answer questions too in the comments. So you can always put them in the comments and I'll get an alert from YouTube and I can answer questions as well. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my new year. I'm going to watch my Texas Longhorns. I got my burnt orange tonight as they take on Washington, I believe, Washington State. Yeah, so I stayed up late last night, so it's kind of a late game, and I was like, I think I can make it. I think I'll be able to stay up and watch the home game, hopefully. So we'll have some fun. But All right, so I'm going to let everybody go. Thank you for joining me live. And of course, you can always come back and watch the replay. Have a wonderful new year and a great start to your second semester whenever you go back. Um, and enjoy your time. And thank you for being here. I look forward to sharing more information about the upcoming planner with y'all. Bye, everybody.